They weren't the hexagram. The stars was around.
Right.
Hexagram.
That's what it means.
Satanic.
Isaiah chapter 4, y'all, verse 1. And this is going to tell us, this is what we teach about polygamy down here when it's going to take place. Nothing we can do about that. But now, tell you to go do this and you in a law, a violation of the bigamy laws of this nation, have you put in jail because we're teaching you that? No, we ain't going to teach you that down here. We're going to teach you Isaiah 4 to say that's going to happen when the Lord come back. And then your mind going to be right. It ain't going to be just no poor fest of the new player on the block.
That going on up.
Right.
Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
So we got reproach here again. You got a question? Oh, okay, all right. So it says in that day. What's that in that day? Everywhere we read the Bible in that day, that's the day of the Lord. Always the day of the Lord. And it said to take away our reproach, meaning that women without a husband was a reproach. Or they couldn't bear children. They like, take us, but why is it going to be 7 women for every one man? Because 2/3 of the men are crazy. Don't understand the law. Right. Another third of them, like I say, where they boxing shorts slit in the back. They feel that they can justify and say, I was born this way. So the numbers are steady adding up Israel, let alone then we got 14% of the nation we are in here, but we got 80% of the penal system. So all the rest of the men are locked up, so the numbers of women keep mounting up. All you have to do is go to a wedding. Single ladies out here. Fight and jockey. Every one of them get up, food flying, babies left at the table, trying to catch the bouquet. Single men, they thrust somebody out there with their throw it. Go with it.
You sugar for a reason, man.
Let's get it, y'all. Isaiah 4 again.
Right, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel.
Now, what is this escape when you in the day of the Lord? It's beautiful, and those that are escaped, their offspring is going to be the fruit of them, children born in righteousness. This the day of the Lord. This ain't happening now. Oh, this going to be in some confusion. If you be here sometime, you can see what's going on with Will. Why he ain't got no shoes. But you're always down the road around the block at Lucinda's house, taking care of her children. You got children here. Well, you ain't going to hear that. And they can't hear the Lord. Because they don't understand. Let's get some more.
Verse 3. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem.
See, remaining of the living in Jerusalem, because the day of tribulation, Satan gonna kill a lot of people, like Matthew 24 said. If it wasn't for the Lord, he cut his coming short, he would just, even the very fact, and kill all flesh on earth. So the Most High gonna leave a remnant to take place for Adam, what Adam messed up here. That's the Adam's children in righteousness.
And that line only falls on the men that are left alive.
Right. So we're going to read 1 Corinthians 15:51. We're going to close out. But finish that out, Valerie.
Verse 4. When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion,
right,
and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning.
And this spirit of this what he gonna purge from this woman, the filthiness, is that At that time, too, menstrual cycles go away.
Right.
Natural birth.
Right.
No pain. Genesis 3:16 is where the cycle came in. When she did what she did and ate in the garden, that's where pain came during childbirth. And this menstrual cycle for once a month to remind you of the sin of the garden. Look, that's what first Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12 through 15. That's when it say, in the day of the Lord, then shall you be saved in childbirth.
Yeah, First Timothy.
So Paul even said, look, when the Lord come back, it ain't going to be children should have been born painlessly. It was supposed to be a joy.
Yeah.
But what Eve does now is pain when women have children. You mother, you black mother. No more of that. Right. Well, you know what you're talking about. Let's get it.
Verse 5. And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion and upon her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For upon all the glory shall be a defense.
Hold it right there, man. Just back it up. Somebody give me chapter 3 of this, verse 12, and you'll understand this is what's going to be removed. Get that.
I got it.
Isaiah 3 and 12. Go ahead. Go ahead.
27.
Okay, go ahead. Just back it up one chapter so y'all see the filthiness of the daughter that's going to be removed. And it's this feminist movement that's moving and telling women they don't need a man. If y'all see a man movement that's coming to say a man don't need a woman, watch out. It's going to be terrible. It's already here. Y'all, we got to understand this thing. This is the filth of Zion. This is the filth of women that saying, I don't need a man no more.
In your house.
Let's get it.
Isaiah 3 and 12.
Read that.
16.
No, wait.
3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path.
Now jump down to 16, verse 16.
Verse 16, moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes.
Right, everything.
Walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet.
Now understand what this is saying. It's saying they're haughty necks. This is why every other nation portray our women as their necks stuck out, and the rolling of the neck, that stretched forth neck, and want of all things. I want Gucci. I want this. I want that. I want this. Right.
Want time.
Right.
Want everything.
Tired of this. So wanting eyes. So it's saying, and tinkling as they go. Mincing means like garlic is minced, real short, choppy steps of what we call today switch.
Yes. Bang.
Short, choppy steps with tingling on them. You looking now, you hypnotized.
Yeah. Eyes like the moon.
Let's get some more of that.
17. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls.
Listen to this. Hold on, read 18 again.
In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet.
Take away all that feminist movement stuff. You don't need a man. All that's going to be taken away out of your mindset. You can't live without a man. Neither can a man live without a woman. Huh? When people ask about masturbation, we just tell them what Mally say. If your hand offends you, cut it off.
Cut it off.
Let's go some more.
Better you get to the kingdom, man. And that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their calls, and their round tires like the moon.
Round tires like the moon, apple bottom jeans, all of that would entice a man. Designed to keep him looking down instead of up, what's up here. So now when you get up here and all that's done and over, now you figuring out how I'm going to get out. I see we ain't got no more bread, baby. I'm going to run to the store and ain't been seen since. Let's get some more of this.
Verse 19. Verse 19, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimples and the crispin pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink.